All right, everybody, welcome. We are here for the Grand National Series, and we are gridded up already tonight here on Rebel Racing Network. Tonight, we got Eddie Smith, and next to me in the booth, we've got a special guest. Chuck Felt's going to do some announcing tonight, so looking forward to that. He just stepped away, but we're going to go ahead and get into the grid as we are already ready to grid up here. It's running a little bit behind, but it wouldn't be fun if we weren't running a little bit behind. So let's speed through it as fast as possible. Chuck Pegleg Pole Award winner is going to go to Travis Bieber. Christopher Hooper starting outside the front row in that 7 machine. Todd Schott starting in 3rd. 4th, Brett Bieber. 5th, Brandon Wallace. 6th, Trevor Vaden. 7th, Daniel Cunningham. Tyler Rice. Steve McDonald. Matt Knights. Austin Donahue and Lance SpongeBob. Jamie McGibbon, Michael Kostick. Brandon Pollock, Andy Kurtz. Jonah Colbert in that beautiful Tide ride. And Jimmy Cofield going to round out the rest of the field. We are already gridded up and ready to go. Chuck, you back yet?
Yes, sir, I am, Eddie.
Well, all right, we're about to go green. How are you feeling tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm excited because I see it's the legacy layout. I see that grass. It's nice to see that for a change. Yeah, looking at the field and the playoff drivers, I think we're gonna have a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. As green flag is out here, as you see guys all over the place in these Xfinity cars, they're trying to get the power down, but so far so good for Christopher Hooper. We got some new names, and Christopher Hooper's going to go around. He spins. I can't catch him in the dog leg. Christopher Hooper goes around. No caution, though, as he is able to get going. But, man, Christopher Hooper already losing it, getting a little too excited there, Chuck, and goes around.
Yeah, I wonder if that's kind of a product of people, maybe, I wouldn't think so, but maybe just used to going back to this old configuration, maybe.
Yeah, I
people
think
just not used to the way the cars are spaced out or whatever. I didn't see what happened myself, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go into a replay. We're going to have some, we'll have some fun little digs tonight, so we'll do a live replay. Since there's no caution, we're going to jump right into it here from the Kinder Farm and Ranch Ricketts Rewind, and let's watch as the 7 car gets a little bit loose. You're going to see him right there. Oh, it goes around and into the grass. A little bit of contact on the front end, but able to save it for the most part. Unfortunately, he is going to be quite a bit a ways down the lineup, as he is currently showing way down in 18th position. Up front, though, man, we've got a great battle between Travis Bieber, Brett Bieber, Todd Schott for the top 3, and then you go on back as I try to fight with many windows here. As, man, we've got a great battle all the way back here, all kinds of drivers moving up through the field. Stephen McDonald, Tyler Rice, they're really on the move here.
Let's say a couple playoff drivers battling it off right off the bat there.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the playoffs. Let's look at the championship standings as they run, and we'll keep tabs on it as the night goes on. But right now, Travis Bieber is your points leader if the race were to end right now, as he does lead the race. So Travis Bieber, Brandon Wallace, Kieran Church, all these drivers fighting. Nobody has had a win yet, and this is the cutoff race tonight, Chuck. So we're going to send 3 drivers home. 6 are going to move on to the next round, and you see Brett Bieber, Gavin Otarski, Matt Clemon in danger of that. Matt Clemon looks like he's out tonight, so is Gavin. So really only Brett Bieber has a shot of getting in the top 6, and currently he's running in the 2nd position. So already doing all he can do, but he's probably going to need a win to get in the show.
I'm interested in how, so I see Travis and Brett right beside each other, and Bubba and Daniel right beside each other, at least on the board. I wonder how much brotherly love is going to play out tonight, or if he's going to say, hey, I know you're my brother, but see you later.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would imagine Travis being pretty much locked in as far as points go. I would imagine, I'm going to miss the corner on the last lap if that ends up being the case. I can imagine these Burger King guys, they work well together. So I expect nothing less out of these two. So I would
Well, we got a
imagine,
wreck. Got a wreck.
uh-oh, got a wreck. It looks like Timothy Vaden goes around in that 21 machine, and I can't see who else was involved, like Jimmy Cofield involved. And you see a little bit of damage. That 21 car looks a little rough. Let's see if we can go back and maybe find out what happened. Tell me, Chuck, how you feel about Phoenix, the old Phoenix? Is that a track that you really like? Do you like the new one better? How do you feel about it?
Well, if I were a fan in real life, I like, for whatever reason, I like the way they flipped it. So what used to be the back stretch is the front stretch or whatever. But when they took the grass out, I just thought that was a recipe for disaster. More pavement. I mean, you see what they do in real life, and they have trouble sometimes, much less in the sim. So I'm not a fan of them taking the grass away. I am a fan of them flipping the track around on what's turn one, what's turn four now. Just I wish they would have kept the grass, in my opinion.
All right. Well, we got a replay set up. Let's see what happened here between the 21 and it looks like the number 5 of Andy Kurtz. Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind here. Looks like Vaden up on the outside. Gets a little bit of that wall. Is going to yank it off the wall right into the 5 machine. And the 5 goes down and does a little loop-de-loop around. And the 21 also has some damage. So tough deal there. Just a car getting tight off the corner, get attached to it, and yanked it off. Unfortunately for Andy Kurtz, he's going to go around. So, but
Egregious or anything to me, just a little overcorrection or whatever, and just wrong place, wrong time for Andy.
yep, I agree. But the leader still Travis Bieber. It's the Bieber and Bieber show up front. We're talking about the points. I mean, tonight is a cutoff race, but won't be too much drama. We've got a couple drivers that have kind of called it quits here in the playoffs. So Brett Bieber going to be the biggest story tonight as we watch him try to lock himself into the top 6. We'll bring up the standings one more time, and you can see right now Chris Reese in the danger zone of getting knocked out if Brett Bieber wins. Chris Reese not in the race tonight, so he won't be able to even defend himself. So Chris Reese on the bubble. If Brett Bieber able to get the win tonight, then he will take that last spot. And if not, Chris Reese will advance. So not too much drama. Looks like most of the people in the top 6 are locked in. Just that one little thing. So Brett Bieber can get the win. That's the real big thing. And he could definitely get it done. Getting ready to go green here, Chuck. Travis Bieber up on the front row. And here they come down the good old front stretch. I get confused with the new one and the old one where the start-finish line is, but pretty good start there. Tyler Rice really getting it going up on the outside. Ooh, what kind of view is that? As we go on board with Todd's shot, as Tyler Rice is on the outside, Todd trying to make it work. Yeah, Chuck, I mean, the tracks really drive the same. The big difference is just not the ridiculous, turn 1 to the start-finish line. We just past the start-finish line. But right here, just not a whole lot of benefit. There's no big apron to drive down onto with the grass like you said earlier. So it really kind of just makes this a lot less hectic. I think it makes it a little bit more enjoyable if you're racing.
I agree, because sometimes people assume you're going to cut the dog leg and other people don't, and you get slammed again just because, assume it's a dangerous word, just because, other people cut it doesn't mean you do, and you can get doored. I've been a product of that. I just think it caused the rest of people disaster, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. I 100% agree with you there. Well, as we look on board, we're watching this battle. Todd Schott, you see him up on the outside, and we're on board with Andy Kurtz as he tries to drive himself back up to the field. You can see him down on the bottom right corner as he is trying to make up some ground after that spin. We'll have try to get some, as much as my brain will allow me to do, try to have some different views and try to give you some different perspectives tonight. Just trying out something new, so hopefully it turns out all right. But give you a couple different things to watch as we.
You
Oh my
got one
goodness,
in the wall.
Tyler Rice.
Still going. You kept it going.
Tyler Rice gets a little bit of that wall and comes around. Almost didn't come around, but did get a good bit of that wall. That right front's pretty crinkled in right now, so hopefully that doesn't hurt him too bad, but it does seem like he is really struggling to get this thing back rolling, so I think that right front is not in good shape.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that messed the steering up a little bit. The angle, the speed that he hit the wall and the angle that he hit the wall, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not hurting his steering.
Yeah, I agree. Well, tell me about these playoff drivers, Chuck. We've got the Biebers, we've got Daniel Cunningham, Steve McDonald, Bubba Wallace, a lot of guys that have potential to be big names in the playoffs. Who do you got? Who you gonna have as we get down to crunch time here? We're about to cut 3 drivers out of the playoff hunt. Who you got to win the championship here in the Grand National Series?
You know, I was afraid you were gonna ask me that because I don't want to sound biased by any means, but I'll tell you why it's tough for me. The majority of all has some different styles and strategies, and they're proficient at their own style and strategy. I mean, you take Bubba, he's probably the best in our league at saving gas, so he can sneak one in even if he doesn't have the speed. Cunningham obviously is accomplished. I've seen him short pit and win, and then you got the skill level of all of them. Stephen McDonald can certainly sneak in there. He's kind of a quiet, I wouldn't even say dark horse. I don't think you have a dark horse anymore at this level of the playoffs. So I'm really not sure because there's such a variety of mindset on strategy and skills on and how they approach each race, if that makes sense. I guess that's an easy way to plead the fifth.
Well, you pretty much complimented everybody, so you didn't pick one at all, but I appreciate why you did that. I know it's hard to kind of single anybody out, so.
It really is, and if I had a definite, like, hey, nothing against anybody, but driver X is my guy. I think it's a close. It's close, talented field with a lot of potential different strategies that could play into it.
Yeah. Well, our producer side has the replay queued up here for what happened to Tyler Rice here, and we'll go ahead and check it out real quick while we're still under green flag. Looks like he's on the outside of Stephen McDonald, and going down in the corner, they just make a little bit of contact. Boy, they're all over each other, and unfortunately, Tyler Rice gets the raw end of the deal. So that's what happened there to Tyler Rice. So contact being made, just tough trying to get in these corners. I know these cars, these Xfinity cars, very, very tight on entry. So guys trying to do the best they can to get down into the corner, and sometimes the car just don't want to turn. You just slide the front tires, and that's what happens. Now look, I'm looking here at somebody that is on the move. Jonah Colbert is really moving in that Tide ride. That number 87 machine looks pretty sweet there, Chuck. What do you think?
Yeah, of course, the Tide ride always look good. I was afraid you were going to ask me that too. Do I have to pick a favorite paint scheme tonight?
Well, there's only one scheme that's going to win the paint of the night, and we're probably looking at it. I may be biased, but that is a good-looking paint scheme. Well, I'll tell you what, Chuck. I'm going to let you pick the paint of the night. And so we'll wait to the end so you can see
Right.
a bunch of different paint schemes, but we'll let you call it and make that decision. Now, while we were talking, Michael Kostick has gotten around Brett Bieber. So Brett Bieber trying to win this race and move into the next round of the playoffs. He desperately needs it. He is out on points, but currently going in the wrong direction, Chuck.
Yeah, that's just not what you want to see. But that also being said, did you get any pre-race facts on that? We already had a guy go down pit road under green. That was Cofield, went down a few laps ago, coming out on track right now. So I don't know if this is a strategy call or if he had issues. What's the fuel run or tire window? What's the over/under on fuel?
Have no idea, Chuck. That's usually how I go into these races. It's fun for us all to discover it all together. I don't get every once in a while I have somebody send me a message and shoot me that, but I was frantically trying to get some of this stuff set up, some new stuff for tonight. So I don't know, but I don't think Cofield is making a scheduled stop. I saw him have some issues, connection issues as well. He's been blinking quite a bit, but that 15. Got a little bit of damage on it too, so he may have just come down to get tires so it's a little bit more drivable. I've seen him jump up out of the groove quite a few times. But I tell you what though, Chuck, that paint scheme's looking pretty good. I like what's on the hood of that number 15 Chevy Camaro.
Yeah. So I have till the end of the race, you said, to make my decision, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. So I'm an OCD guy too. So.
Oh
And
yeah,
actually,
well,
on the-
whoever
well,
wins, whoever wins paint of the night, I think is going to be. I mean, they're definitely going to deserve it because I think you're going to be a tough judge out of this crew. So,
well, I honestly have a lot of criteria too, Eddie. Sometimes I'm an old school nostalgia guy, which the Tide Ride. I was a huge Ricky Rudd fan when he ran it. Uh, Sometimes less is more, and then sometimes flash is more. It's just I'll know it when I see it.
yeah, absolutely. As we watch this battle for second and third, Brett Bieber just continually going backwards. We watch as we also have another battle brewing between first and second, and Michael Kostick is starting to run down the number 114 as he is all by himself. Has been kind of out on an island for a while, but Michael Kostick up 12 spots. Jonah Colbert up 13 as he just goes around Brett Bieber. I think Travis has got some company on the way. What do you think?
I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah, we'll look at the positions gained since the start of the race after 30 laps. Jonah Colbert up 13 spots. Michael Kostick up 12. Andy Kurtz has been able to really improve after that spin and make up 9 spots. He's back up to 7th, and Brandon Pollock also making up a ton of spots. So we've got some big movers here early in the race.
I would agree. Definitely got some. What do they say in real world broadcasting? Comers and goers. But I'll tell you somebody who is being very consistent, and that's P6, old Daniel Cunningham. He's just minding his P's and Q's, and I think kind of biding his time. And previously talking about strategy, he's kind of one of those guys doesn't get real racy, but not too passive either. He just turns his lap till the end, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, where'd he come from?
Yeah, man, Daniel is one of those drivers, in my opinion, that is right on the cusp of being what some might call an alien.
I thought he already was called that.
He may be, and I wouldn't disagree if somebody did call him that. But I think he's got what it takes. I think just some. I don't know. I hate to really categorize it any way other than he's just right there on the cusp of being unbeatable in a lot of races. I mean, he has whooped my butt in a lot of races, but just maybe either lacks qualifying ability or maybe some just being able to complete the race. I think Daniel, and I don't think he would disagree with this this assessment. He gets in his head, and I think he has some trouble finishing races. A lot of times he's in really bad spots and ends up, things that are out of his control. But I think if he can ever clean that up, I think we're talking about somebody that is going to be continuing in every series he runs. He's right there. I mean, if we call an Aliens A+, he is definitely an A or A- driver, and he's got the speed. If he can put it together, he's always going to finish good in the race. So currently in the playoffs, though, he is pretty close on the bubble. So he is looking to have a good finish tonight. Oh, my goodness, as he gets on the brakes, trying to avoid Brett Bieber as they're fighting for that 5th position. And, man, almost a big mistake there from the 14 as he almost goes around. As you look down on the bottom right of your screen, you're going to see the battle for the lead. We're watching multiple battles at one time. You got one screen for each eyeball. And so if you're cockeyed, if you look like Steve Buscemi, you can really enjoy this broadcast, Chuck.
Oh, you said cock too, by the way, all over broadcasts.
I said cockeyed.
Still heard cock, just saying.
Okay, so no, stop saying it, Chuck.
Oh, my bad. A rookie broadcaster mistake there. I'm sorry. Beep. My bad.
Yeah. I need one of those buttons I can press to beep you out. That's what I need.
Sorry to anybody live and watching. No disrespect. I got a potty mouth. Anyway, go ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry. I told you not to invite me up here.
No, it's well worth it. Yeah, still looking at this battle over 5th place. Brett Bieber going backwards. Andy Kurtz, though, headed forward. So this is going to continue to be a battle. And then down on the bottom of the screen, you can see Michael Kosick has eased his way up into the top spot, and he is starting to put pressure on the leader. We'll go ahead and swap to that as we don't want to miss a pass for the lead. So let's go ahead and jump up to the lead as we watch these two drivers battle it out for what could be a race win. Both these drivers in good spots. Michael Kosick obviously not in the playoffs. So he is just racing for wins. Travis Bieber in the points clearly, unless he just has a massive. I mean, I don't think the points work out if we look at the points here. We'll actually open them up a little bit. The missing names are just drivers who aren't in the field tonight. But you can see Travis Bieber got a massive lead, and so he would have to, I mean, it's impossible for him to lose on points. So he's just racing for wins tonight. So these guys are going to be battling it out. Well, Chuck, you got the ARCA race tonight. It's a cutoff race. How you feeling as you go into the ARCA race? I know we're in a different race, but how you feeling about that race tonight? Oh, and we'll go ahead. I'm going to stop you because we got pit stops going on right now. We're going to leave you with the battle for the lead. We don't want to get off of that, so we don't want to miss the battle for the lead. We also want to watch as these guys go down pit road. Jonah Colbert down on pit road right now, getting 4 tires and fuel. So pit road already opening up, Chuck. You were asking when that time is going to be, and that is right now as you see guys coming in. Here comes the leader, or second place, excuse me, Michael Kosick. So looks like one pit stop here tonight. They should be able to make it to the end of the race from here. As you see Jonah Colbert exiting pits while Michael Kosick comes down. So if we stay green, should be good from here on out. Now Travis Bieber is still out on the track. And here he comes, making his pit stop right now. So we'll see how it kind of cycles out. We'll watch both these drivers. And a unique perspective where we can see how they're going to cycle out. As Kosick's coming out of pit road now, he's going to have those fresh tires. Is he going to be able to make up that time really quickly and make the pass on the 114 in the pit road? Usually pitting early will give you that little extra bit, but Travis Bieber comes in a lap after. We'll see. Drop the jacks on the 114. Here comes Michael Kosick off the corner, and you see right there as the 8 car goes around Travis Bieber, and that will be for the lead once they cycle around. So Chuck, pit strategy playing out in Michael Kosic's hands. Comes down a lap early, takes advantage of those new tires, and once everything cycles out, he should cycle to the lead.
Not gonna lie, and not because I didn't think the boys on track were skilled to do it, but Phoenix is a tough track. People probably aren't used to running the old configuration and maybe had to mentally adjust to it, with not having the paved dog leg. I didn't think we'd have green flag pit stops, and that's nothing against the talent in the field. I just,
Wow,
it's a
Chuck
tough track
Pegler-Phelps
anyway.
dissing the whole field in the booth
Nope.
tonight, and
No.
just doing a body slam of the field right in the booth. Chuck throwing some shade, but we're watching as Daniel Cunningham has got the lead here in the 14 machine. He is on 40 lap old tires, and you see Andy Kurtz on those new tires coming behind him, going to eat him up pretty quickly. Last lap, Daniel Cunningham ran a 30.7 and Michael Kosick a 29.3, so about a second faster a lap these new tires are. So not a huge difference. 1 second a lap is pretty normal, not outrageous. So, but still, 1 second a lap, that's a pretty big difference. So Daniel trying to stay out, maybe hoping to get that caution, and he got it. He absolutely did get it. As looks like we have some contact between what looks like, I really can't see who it might have been, but looks like a couple drivers involved. We'll go back and see if we can't find out what happened. Well, Chuck, what are you going to do here? Do you come back down and get 4 tires, or what you going to do here under this caution after we just almost finished the cycle?
I definitely would go back down if I still had tires, especially if I was near the back. Maybe some of the leaders, they may, depending when, how many tires they have, or how many laps they have on them, you might stay out for track position. But I'm thinking with the track temp being 123 degrees, which is super hot, it's still quite a bit of laps left. I probably would come down.
Well, it looks like Daniel Cunningham obviously coming down, and we see a lot of folks still staying out. Chuck, let's go and check the replay here on the Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we're watching pit road starting to light up for some guys who had stayed out that worked out in their favor. So let's go check out this replay and see what we're going to watch from Christopher Hooper, the number 7 car. As you'll watch right in front of him, Austin Donahue is going to have an issue, and just watch the ride here. Just a massive hit. Austin Donahue gets loose off of turn number 4, and you see the 7 of Hooper just can't see what's going on, and then back up the track and just a massive hit. Oh, and then Matt Knights comes in with the haymaker at the end, so the 7 is done. You can see that smoke, and that is... that's exactly what happened. It's such...
Well, I was hitting your dad, so thanks for the replay.
Yeah, talking about the Apex series, it's such a tough thing because you can see a wreck happen. You can try to slow down, but there's sometimes that these cars bounce off the wall and they come flying across the track, and there's just no way you can know what's going to happen. Just a tough deal there if you're the 7 car. That is not what you want to happen. Of course, also a tough deal for Austin Donahue, Matt Knights, those drivers. Gonna have massive damage. So just a pretty nasty wreck there, just from cold tires, guys coming out of the pits. And those cold tires, you got to be careful. Chuck, you run these long runs, and you get used to the tires as they start to get tight, and they slowly do it over time. And then you put those fresh set of tires on, and then boom, all of a sudden you've got all this grip you didn't have the last 40 laps. And if you're just not careful, it'll catch you, huh?
Yeah, let's remember the track temp. I'm looking at it again right now. It is still 123 degrees. That's a pretty hot track right there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
so it's going to be slick anyway. But to answer your question, if I was in the back and already had run some laps, I definitely would because I'm going to need the new tires and the grip to get through the field. If even if I was the leader, I probably would still go down with the amount of laps left, hoping that being the leader, that's going to pull people down behind me. You know, monkey see, monkey do. And anybody that would stay out, I would still then have fresh tires to eat them up in the long run.
Yep.
So that would be my call. If I was leading right now, actually, no matter where I was at, I would have gone down right now and got tires. Even if I was the leader, I'd have gone down.
Yeah, well, it looks like everybody electing to stay out. Daniel Cunningham, Bubba Wallace able to come down and make their first stop. But Jonah Colbert out there on 10-lap old tires. Kostick out on 9-lap old tires. So going to be a little bit of tire difference. Not sure how big a difference that's going to make, but we'll see here. As the restart, the green flag is out. Kostick with the lead. Gets a nice jump as the battle here is going to be for third all the way on back is Kurt's going to try to drive around the 87 on the outside. He's going to have a nice run, but the 87 is going to have that inside track. Let's see what they do down in this corner. One of my favorite turns in all of racing, which is this old 3 and 4 at Phoenix, and Jonah does a great job through the middle. That high side just not working just yet as the new tires really turn well on the bottom. But right now, Kurt's under fire from Todd Schott as he's trying to continue that bid towards the front. I think at the end of this thing, we have a couple more cautions. I think it's going to be a Kostick, Bieber, Colbert, Kurt's show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Up front, look at Travis Bieber. Chuck, he ain't playing around. He's starting to put a little pressure here on the number 8 machine early.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting near. We're over halfway now, and we got you got to start. You're in the back or the front. You got to maintain that position, and in back, you got to start making moves. Because you
Yeah,
are running out of laps now.
yeah, no doubt. Hey, look at Jonah Colbert really getting with it up on the outside there. And let's go on board with Jonah. Let's watch a lap from this 87 as he was really driving it there just a few seconds ago. Track got a little bit of bumps, a little bit of character to it with that old thing. You see Jonah entering it high. He's doing the same line that you kind of do on the new track, driving it up about the middle lane and then cutting back down the exit of that corner, trying to get the run down the longest part of the track, which is right through there, and then entering it high, letting the car roll as much as you can, get back on the throttle, and you want to exit right at the dotted line. He is doing it perfectly. So man, Jonah looking strong, but we got a battle for the lead still brewing as, man, Travis is all over the back bumper of Michael Kostick. So Kostick was a little bit better on the long run, but Travis was definitely pretty dang good on the short run. So we're going to see how this is going to play out as there's still just under 20 laps to go. When will that long run really kick in and start to make a difference?
Well, and I'm curious to see as his tires are off, with that track temp being what it is, and with less real estate for we have a caution to be continued.
Oh yeah, caution is out. Looks like Stephen McDonald slow on the track. I can't tell if it was him and maybe Jimmy Cofield. Oh, there it is. Jimmy Cofield sitting sideways on the track, and that brings out the caution. Oh, Chuck, what are we going to do here? We've got about 15 laps on our tires. Only less than 20 laps to go. Looks like it might be a little bit difficult to pass. What you going to do? You going to give up that track position? You come down pit road?
Well, see, this is what I was saying earlier.
It's a tough decision, huh?
Last caution, I definitely would have, just in case something like this happened. If I had taken tires on that last caution, I'd be sitting pretty right now, and I would definitely be staying out. If I didn't take tires, I don't know if I want to lose track position, but now you're definitely gonna get ate up. So I don't know. My answer was pit the caution before because of a potential issue like this. What to do now? Of course, depending where you're at. If you're in the back and, and you got a lot of track to make or positions to make up, yeah, go ahead and take him. You're not gonna, no sense of leaving him on the rack.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it looks like
it's
we do have some takers. We got Andy Kurtz coming down pit road along with Travis Bieber. So Bieber gives up second place. So here comes the strategy you're talking about. As we got quite a few drivers coming down, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's go and look at the replay of what happened here to Jimmy Cofield. As looks like another new tire situation there, Chuck, on the Kinder Farm Ranch Wreckage Rewind. Comes off the corner, same place as Austin Donahue, just gets loose, hits that inside wall, and then clips Steve McDonald. McDonald does a pretty dang good save. It looks like, yeah, he does. Steve McDonald saves it. Just gets hit from the side. Same thing that happened earlier, but just barely. And so Steve McDonald was able to hang on to it, but Cofield ends up going around. And that brings out another caution here in the Grand National Series. Man, Chuck, I don't know, man. This is going to be wild. I'm excited. You got Travis Bieber in 7th on fresh tires, and then you've got Michael Kostick, Jonah Colbert up front. Two of the fastest drivers on the track, and they're on 20-lap older tires. This may be the equalizer somebody like Travis Bieber and Andy Kurtz needed.
What certainly fuel is not going to be an issue, but what is the green white checkers in this series? 1 or 2 or 3? Do you know?
Yeah, should be 2. I think most series are 2 green white checkers.
Okay.
That's a good point. Do they have enough fuel? We really don't know. We don't know the fuel run, but
I'm pretty sure if they didn't go down till 40, that means potentially they could go to 80.
Yeah, and the only person that's been out there the longest is Jonah out on 20 laps, so he can definitely make it to the end. So I think we're probably pretty good on fuel as we take the 1 to go here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a blast. I'm actually going to have a camera. We're going to watch the battle for the lead, because I think that's going to be pretty dang good. But I'm also going to have a Andy Kurtz camera. That's what I'm going to call it tonight. And we're going to keep it on Andy Kurtz as we watch him drive through the field and see if he can make up those spots on those new tires. So we'll have it down in the corner for y'all to watch as we watch the battle for the lead. Can they make it through the field, him and Travis, his teammate? So be watching out for the 5 and 114 who have 20-lap fresher tires here with not that many laps to go. Almost about, we're going to have 14 as we go green here. Pace car getting ready to duck off onto pit road. Jack Daniels Chevy Camaro and the Todd Camaro side by side for the green flag. Jonah's going to spin the tires a little bit.
What a start,
yeah.
I didn't know if he had a great start or somebody spun.
Yeah, Jonah, that top line just could not get the grip down, but Jonah was able to recover, kept it going straight. Tyler Rice lost a spot just trying to stay off of the 87. Here comes Todd Schott, though. Todd Schott's been up front all race long, started third, and he's still here. So one of your dirt drivers is showing up here at Phoenix as Jonah is under fire from Todd Schott.
A hot slick track in the Arizona desert, I'm sure a dirt guy knows how to will it.
Yeah, 100%. Michael Kostick starting to drive away a little bit as that's what he wants to see. He wants to see that 87 and double lock car get to fighting side by side. If you're Jonah, you got to find that speed you had earlier. You see Travis Bieber going to the inside of Tyler Rice.
Daniel and Tyler. Or was that? I'm sorry. I thought it was Cunningham. My bad.
Yeah. You've got the drivers on new tires on their way. Are they going to have enough time, though? We've got 11 laps to go You've got to drive through the hardest cars to pass. Currently, right now, Travis Bieber is back here working on Tyler Rice, and here comes Andy Kurtz with him. So they are there. I think they got enough time, Chuck.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I got nothing. This is awesome.
Yeah, you love these end of the race strategies. If you're Todd Schott and Jonah Colbert, you're feeling a little nervous right now. You're that guy sweating, that meme where he's sitting there and sweat's just pouring off of him. They've got those new tires. Unfortunately, it looks like they are going to eat them up. As Travis gets a nice run in the 5, going to follow right along with him. You see on the bottom right, the inside, the cockpit camera of Andy Kurtz. Travis in one corner is going to get 2 drivers. Kostick is in trouble.
He got a 2 for 1, didn't he?
He sure did. And the 5 is just following in the tire tracks of his BK teammate. Joel Jonah is going to be a little bit aggressive and actually push the 5 down the track, being physical here at the end, trying to defend these positions.
All right, it's go time. It's cutoff race. Again, I know some of the people are already locked in, but still, you need that for the next round. You know, every point matters.
Yep. Well, you're looking down at the leader. This is the battle for the lead. Michael Kostick, 26 lap old tires, and then you've got Travis Bieber on 8 lap old tires, and he is on his way to the front. But now I'm going to be honest with you. Michael Kostick, one of the best tire savers in the business. And the tires are going to start to equalize at some point, going to hit a plateau. And Michael Kostick is not an easy guy to pass. He is not going to roll over. But Travis Bieber going to get a nice run down the straightaway. The 8 car kind of wants to throw a block, and he does. He's going to defend that bottom line. So Travis not able to get him yet. Not that many laps to go. He's got to get it done quicker. He's going to have his teammate right behind him. Oh, he's got to run now. He's going to look down to the inside. I don't think Kostick's going to be able to hold him off. He gets right to the left rear quarter. He is there, Chuck. Oh, they make a little bit of contact as they come off the corner. Travis has got the preferred line, but Kostick on those older tires holds him off at least for one more corner. Come on, Chuck.
I love this door banging. It's good. It's not dirty. It's just, like the Denny Hamlin thing. Oh, it's a short track racing. I know it's not a short track, but I love the door banging. They're racing hard.
Yeah, contact there between the 8 and the 14. Just a little love tap. And, man, the 114 is trying to get this done. He's going to do a little crossover off the corner, get the run. He's got the 5 right behind him. He's got to do something quick. Andy Kurtz is there. You can see down on the bottom right of your screen the inside of this battle. You can see what he's seeing. And Travis Bieber, he gets the run on the outside. Here he goes.
Really?
Gonna get the run.
I don't know what to say, so I'm going to go,
They drive really deep in the corner, but the 114 has the tire advantage, and I think it's starting to show. But can Kostick get a run off the corner? He can't. He has to jump back in line to try to defend second place. Not able to do it. Here comes Andy Kurtz down to the inside. Travis Bieber really wants to kind of check out here and hope that the 8 and the 5 really battle it out as he starts to set sail. But, man, what great racing out of these guys. This tire difference making a huge improvement to the racing here at the end. Kostick, though, going the wrong way as those old tires are really, really starting to put him at a huge disadvantage. Look at Brandon Pollock there, Chuck. He's starting to show up here at the end of this thing. He might end up with a podium spot. Well, just 3 laps to go. Is Andy Kurtz going to be able to get up to his teammate? He's driving extremely hard. You can see kind of slides up the corner, trying to get a nice run down the straightaway. Can he run him down? We'll check the times at the line. And Travis Bieber 2/10 faster than, or a tenth and a half faster that last lap. So Travis really, really scooting here. But Kostick in danger of losing that podium spot with only 2 laps to go. As they go around Jimmy Cofield, Jimmy does a great job staying on the inside. Ooh, disappears. That's scary. Right back in front of Andy Kurtz.
Yeah, I just saw that. Well, they should be getting a white flag right now. So
yeah, white flag is, I don't know. I think we've got one more to go. Yeah.
Maybe one more. Okay, yeah.
Oh, and Jonah Colbert actually pulls off the track. I thought maybe he had some sort of incident, but actually just pulls off. Yeah, 2 laps to go for Travis Bieber. He goes down into 3 and 4. Going to take the white flag right. He's got the 96 of Austin Donahue right in front of him. Should be able to get around him with no problem. But it is still a big battle. White flag is out here for Travis Bieber. Still a battle for third place.
Oh, look at Pollock driving it
Yeah.
in deep.
Come on,
Driving
Pollock.
it in deep.
Pollock wants to get that interview. Anytime you can get an interview, that's what you want to do. But it looks like he's not going to be close enough. We'll see as they go through turn 3 and 4. Pollock really drives it in there, but so does Kostick. But coming off the corner, Travis Bieber with the tire strategy is going to win here in the Grand National Series and solidify himself as the points leader as they go down into the next round of the playoffs. The cutoff race is done, and we'll look at the championship standings right here. You see Travis Bieber going to take the points lead and automatically transfer himself into the next round. He is starting to slowly become the absolute favorite to win this championship this season.
I
Wow,
agree, and
that
I
was
want
fun.
to, I want to, I want to give Pollock props on that second last corner. He drove it in deep, was driving hard, and the closest speed I saw on my monitor and the camera angle I personally had, he closed hard and fast, and he could have done it dirty. He could have given him the chrome horn and did not. So I give props to Pollock for doing it the right way, in my opinion, from my camera angle.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. A few more
Because
laps, Pollock would have been there for sure.
yeah, he had speed and he drove it in hard, and maybe a little too hard, and maybe realized it, but he could have played that a whole different way, and he did not. And so I'll give him props for that for sure, and a good finish for him.
Yeah. Let's go through the results. Let's see where everybody finished. Then we'll get some interviews in here and talk to them. Travis Bieber, Andy Kurtz, Michael Kostick, your top 3. Kostick does a great job of holding on to that podium position. Fourth, Brandon Pollock. We just talked about him. Steve McDonald. We saw him get hit there close to the end, get knocked around, and look at him. Comes back for a top 5. So Steve McDonald, with a great finish. Todd Schott gets a little eat up on that tire decision and ends up in 6th, but he had a great run in the top 3 all night long. Tyler Rice in 7th. Brett Bieber, disappointing finish, definitely needed to get that win, but he's had a really good season, finishes in 8th. Daniel Cunningham in 9th. Didn't really see too much of him after that caution came out. Seemed to have kind of just fallen back a little bit. And then Lance Bomberg with a top 10. 11th, Brandon Wallace. 12th, it's Matt Knights. 13th, Trevor Vaden. 14th, Jonah Colbert. 15th, Austin Donahue. 16th, Jamie McGibbon. 17th, Jimmy Cofield. And 18th is Christopher Hooper, which we saw that massive incident on the front stretch where he lost a motor. He finishes 31 laps down. Well, all right, let's talk some drivers, Chuck. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Well, we're going to start with your winner, and that is Travis Bieber. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Let's get him up in chat. Travis, this is Eddie and Chuck in the Rebel Racing Network booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Man, amazing race, dude. You were up front all race long. Caustic runs you down on that first run. Uh, what adjustments did you make after that first run, after Caustic kind of runs you down, then passes you under that green flag pit stop? Did you make any adjustments to how you were driving? Did you see anything that he did differently? Because it seemed like after that, you were pretty much equal with him there, especially towards the end. What did you change after that pit stop?
Yeah, so when he started catching me, I was running with him in practice a little bit and I heard him shifting. So we ran, I don't even know, 20 laps there or whatever. And I saw him get behind me and I was like, well, he's shifting, so I have to shift. So I started shifting and then he cut a whole bunch of time off and I was like, all right, I'm done shifting. I'm not doing that anymore. So I just started trying to focus on my line. And like you said, when we came out of the pits there, it seemed like we were pretty even. And then just snagging those tires at the end, and those guys didn't have tires. That was the difference.
Well, a phenomenal job making the call to come down and get those tires. and just a great win, man. So congratulations on your win. But man, looking forward, you're in the cutoff race. You were pretty much a guaranteed lock with the way the points were working here. And so looking ahead, you're in the top six moving forward. How you feeling? You got to be feeling pretty good. You're sitting pretty comfortably atop the point standings. How you feeling moving forward here?
Good, good. Need to practice Darlington a little bit, but I love Kansas. Kansas is an awesome track on iRacing. I don't know if you can run the top with these cars, but that's one of those tracks that usually has multiple lines, and I really like Iowa too. So feeling good looking at these next three, and hoping to get to the championship race in Vegas.
All right. Well, there you have it. Travis Bieber, your winner. As always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsors, shout outs?
Yeah, I'll thank you guys. Appreciate you guys putting everything on for us, doing this broadcast.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations again, Travis, on the win, and good luck the rest of the playoffs. All right. Well, Chuck, you want to get our second place finisher, Andy Kurtz, and we'll bring him up. You feel comfortable asking questions? You want me to throw? You want me to do something? All right. Well, let's get him in here. Andy Kurtz, your second place finisher. Andy, this is Chuck and Eddie. The booth, you got a copy? Well, Andy, you did a great job. Now, moving forward, you've got a teammate that is going to be fighting it out for the championship. What do you do? What are you going forward to help Travis, who is now sort of becoming a runaway favorite here for the championship here towards the end? I know it's an interview for you, but I know you BK guys are very very team oriented. What's the idea moving forward? As Travis has got a pretty dang good shot at winning this championship.
like we always do. Also with Brett, I think we do a really good job of that, and racing clean, but it's also helpful. I'm really bad at basic math during the race, figuring out how long we got to go on a tank of fuel. So I think little things like that too, helping each other through the race goes a long way. So just keep on doing that.
All right. Well, congratulations on a second place. Great call and a great finish as always, man. Who you got to thank?
Thanks, man. I want to thank you both for the broadcast here. I'm excited to go check this one out in a little bit, maybe after ARCA later. I want to thank everyone for putting this on. Jeff By Jr. Art, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Flexible Freight Solutions, Dark Horse Motorsports, Nodex Fast Repair, and Chuck himself. He's here with us. Peg like Felts for helping us with this.
You're welcome, man. Appreciate it. I take Katie myself. This was a spur of the moment thing. I probably messed it up, but thanks. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. All right. See ya.
There you have it. Andy Kurtz with the second place. No, yeah, Chuck, you've been doing a great job. I have to admit. I kind of pulled you in here at the last second. No prep, and I think you did a hell of a job. And I'm gonna mess up for you because I had Andy Kurtz interview. Sorry, Andy. Trying to do some new things, some different things, and didn't have the sound for the Discord in the in the stream. So sorry to you, Chuck, and also Andy for messing up your interview. We'll get that right. But anyway, let's go to our third place finisher, Michael Kostick, and get his thoughts on the race and get this thing over with. We've got a ARCA race starting up pretty soon. Michael Kostick, this is Eddie in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, man, a fantastic race out of you. Drove up through the field. One of the fastest drivers through the field. And able to get up towards the front, did a great strategy call to get up front and kind of undercut Travis and get out front. But then there at the end, just a call to come down pit road with about 15 laps left. Kind of a hard decision to make. Talk about that decision and what you were thinking at the time. Obviously, hindsight's 2020, but what was the thought at the time whenever that caution did come out?
Yeah, I figured we only had about 10 to 12 laps of green flag on them tires, and with 15 to go, I couldn't see it making sense pitting from the lead, and I really didn't know if too many people would come in because it seemed like it was tough to pass, but definitely pitting was the right call there.
Well, still a great finish. I mean, you fought hard and was able to hang on to that third position. So congratulations. Definitely was looking for a win tonight, but came up a little bit short. But man, congratulations on that third place finish. Don't really have much to say. You drove up through the field. It was very exciting. Yeah, so congratulations on that. And always, man, who you got to thank? Any sponsor shout outs?
Hey, thank you for doing the broadcast. It's always fun to go back and watch it. Daniel for putting on the series, and teammates at Bandits.
Well, there you have it. That is your third place finisher, Michael Kostick, as he takes home third in this race tonight. And we'll toss him out of here and try to get everything back rolling. As I'm trying to do too much, Chuck, I should have just let you do all the interviews as you were doing such a good job. Well, Chuck, that is it for tonight. Let's look at the championship standings one more time as just sort of a
Paints.
Oh yeah, we got to give out the awards. We'll look at the point standings real quick, and you can see Chris Reese, because Brett was not able to get that win tonight, he hangs on, so he will make it to the playoffs. Gavin Otarski, Brett Bieber, Matt Clement on the way out. Still a great season, making the playoffs. And but now your top six moving forward: Travis Bieber, Brandon Wallace, Steve McDonald, Kieran Church, who wasn't here tonight, Daniel Cunningham, and Chris Reese. That is a heck of a top six, so looking forward to that. And you're absolutely right. Been struggling here on the sponsors here tonight, so we'll go ahead and jump into that. The Hard Charger Award winner, that is going to go to Andy Kurtz, who was able to take that win up to second place. 14 spots he made up from where he started. So Andy Kurtz
And
is
spinning.
Yeah, absolutely. And he spun out. So you're absolutely right. Well, all right, Chuck, your time has come. Jeff By Jr. Art, best paint of the night. Who's it going to?
All right, so real quick, because I don't know if I'll be invited back to do this with you, so I'm gonna say a shout out to everybody first. A lot of great schemes, but not everybody gets a trophy. But I'm gonna go bronze, silver, gold, since this may be a
Well, just
one-off
get
for
just
me.
give me the gold, Chuck.
Yeah, all right. The gold goes to Daniel Cunningham. I love the paint colors, the contrast, and he's got a kitty cat on the hood. Gotta love the fur babies.
Well, there you have it. Somebody has some love for the cat scheme. I never would give it. I told him if he put dogs on it, we'd give him the paint of the night. And it just took the right announcer to give the cat scheme a best paint of the night. So there you have it. Daniel Cunningham with the best paint of the night in that number 14 machine. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to all of our sponsors. Of course, it was the Flexible Freight Solutions post-race show. And definitely want to thank you, Chuck, for the Peg Leg Pole Award, and also Jeff by Junior Art for the starting grid. So anyway, that's all. We're gonna get ready for this ARCA race coming up soon, so definitely come back by. We'll be live in just a few more minutes. But man, Chuck, thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast. It definitely made it better, made it a little bit easier on me, and that's pretty nice. Definitely appreciate you jumping up here on a whim and just doing that. So thank you very much. What's your takeaways about this race before we head on out of here?
Man, it was awesome. I actually enjoyed it, and I want to thank you for bringing me up here. And sorry for my potty mouth. Hope you don't get disbanded or whatever goes on. But it's sorry to the viewers as well for my potty mouth. But takeaways, yeah, this league, a bunch of great guys. It was great racing, and I was excited not only because it's a tough track, but I don't know how many guys have run the old one without the paved dog leg, and it was awesome to see how they adjusted to running it, especially with it being a cutoff race. Track was hot. It's still showing 121, and it was just exciting and very few cautions. So kudos and respect to everybody in the field and to you for having me up in the booth, brother.
Well, there you have it. Nobody better in the business to have with me in the booth, Chuck Phelps, and just knocks it out of the park tonight. So, congratulations again to Travis Bieber and everybody in the top six who made it on to the next round. Want to thank Daniel Cunningham and Jonah Colbert for the work that they do in this league, in this particular series, and want to thank everybody for watching. Definitely appreciate those, and let us know how you thought about the replay system, how everything went tonight. Always love some feedback. All I get is positive, and that's great, and I definitely appreciate that. But let me know how you really thought about it. Maybe some ways we can improve it. Always trying to get better here at Rebel Racing Network. But
Yeah, get rid of peg leg.
all right, well, we're going to do that in the next race. We'll see y'all next time, and come on back about 20 minutes, and we'll have some really awesome ARCA racing. The cutoff race in ARCA as well. And guess where they're at, Chuck? At Legacy, Atlanta. So, man, that is going to be
Favorite
100% worth it.
track. My favorite track.
There you go. You might be seeing Chuck Pegleg Felts in the maybe win his own award and maybe get that victory tonight. So, y'all have a good night. We'll see you later. Bye.